thoughtful. How did she do all of this? Matters the most. And that's the secret we'd like to learn from our celebrity today. So join us to welcome our celebrity. She's here with us, Mrs. Bindu Haridas. Hello, ma'am, and welcome to the session.
Yeah, hello. Good afternoon. And really glad I'm here. And just a change of a word that where you said a celebrity, I don't think so. I'm a celebrity. I'm just a person who have done some work because I was required in that field there. I had no choice. So that's where I am.
Yes, I understand. You're very humble and down to earth. But ma'am, each one of us are a celebrity in our own rights. Because when we conquer all the difficulties or we are ready to face the difficulties, we begin to celebrate life. And hence we become a celebrity. You are one.
Maybe in that context, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. With your permission, I go ahead and share your profile and then we begin the session.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Friends, I'd like to share ma'am's profile in an official way. You know that it's a responsibility and an honor as well. Bindu ma'am is here with us. Her full name is Bindu Haridas. She is a special educator and the co-founder of Ekadaksha Learning Center, if I get that name right, which is located in Chennai, which deals with special children. I'd like to add more to ma'am's profile. She has been in this beautiful field for over 18 years. She has wonderful experience with regard to special needs. That's really very nice. 18 years of experience in the field of special needs with her own child as well as with other children. She had to guide her own child who has special needs, and as well as she has contributed her time and expertise to guiding other children and other family members. It could be other mothers. She's been enabling them to face life, or you could say set of parents. Let us include even the fathers too, right? They are also nowadays coming out and giving their very best in serving the society and even taking care of their children. She's also into Reiki and crystal healing. She has been practicing it for over the past 18 years and conducts several discovery workshops on and off. And she has even various healing sessions, meditation sessions, and classes on Reiki. She does counseling and workshop for parents with special needs to bring in a transformational change in their mindsets. This is a very important thing, counseling the parents and having workshops for them, for all those parents who think that a child with special needs is a burden. Usually parents with normal children itself, they feel so pressurized that our children are burden to us at one point of time or the other. But here is an angel in the form of a mother here on earth who's not only doing the very best for her child, but for others as well. I like the way she empowers others. That's the beauty of our guest today. Let's join and derive a lot of positive energy and strength from our celebrity. Ma'am, you have a wonderful profile, ma'am. I'm really glad that you stand tall in the space and domain that you are into. Now, I would like you to share about yourself. People would love to hear it from you. Who is the real Bindu and how did you, come out of the crisis that you faced earlier? How did you, emerge victorious? Who is the real Bindu? Over to you.
Yeah, thank you so much for that introduction. Yes, when you were reading that, when you were just telling that part, I was thinking, oh yeah, I've crossed all those things in 18 years of journey. So I'm here. So the Bindu that I was just opposite to what I am now. I used to be a very shy and timid person and very scared to talk and face the world and very naive. Very innocent and all that, so that's how I started. So when my son was born, he's 22 now. When he was born 22 years old, 22 years back, I never realized that is going to be a 360-degree turn into my life. I never knew. As a normal parent, as any other parent, my dream was I have a son and my child will grow and then I have to take him to school and all those things, what we see around. But life had to give me something else, totally opposite of what it was, what the almost 95 or 99% of people face. It is just an opposite to that. The life was totally different. And here I was like dealing with a boy given to me, I don't know what to do, how am I going to take care? So when he was around 2 years old is when I realized, when we realized, not I, when we realized as parents, like, there is some problem, and he is not, his milestone of walking has delayed, and there is something to him. He's not responding like any other, the children of his age of at 2 years. So then we had to take him to a pediatrician who just guided us to a psychiatrist, and then we took it from there, So then they asked us to go for a speech therapy and occupational therapy. And so he comes under the spectrum of developmentally delayed child, and where the milestones are delayed, it's not at par with the age. So when the doctors were saying that, I thought, okay, let us take him to a speech therapist and all. And for me, it is like, after a year or so, things will be fine. Speech therapy, will be done and things, because I was so naive and I didn't know anything about that. So coming to a city like this, I come from a small hometown, small place in Kerala, and coming to a city like this, everything is new, the language is new, everything is new. And nobody, I didn't know anybody except for a few of my husband's friends who were there, nobody else, So we started a journey there thinking that things will be fine in a year or 2 years time. So, but as we started, then we realized that things are not, it's like what to expect, how to go about, the child is not responding, not speaking, nor he's walking properly. The moment you touch him, he'll fall, so the balance was an issue and all that. So the place where I was taking, I just want to say this, this place where I was taking, there was a special educator who told me, you are actually bugging me every day, asking me so many questions and all those things. Why don't you yourself learn? And you will learn special education and see how it can help you. I have to really thank her. This moment, I really thank her. I think about her and thank her, because that's what prompted me to enter into special ed, special education, to take up a course just to understand what is the way he understands, what is the way my son takes in, how is his brain, taking in and understanding things and stuff like that. So I joined the course, and that was a full-time course. I had a hell lot of problems in that 1 year of doing that course, but still I didn't give up, because for me it was like, I have to understand him, I have to know him. How does he look at the world? How does he see the world? From what angle does he see it? All those things. And that was a turning point in my life. Actually, doing that course was a turning point in my life, because I started understanding him. So he was around 3 that time. I did that. And then there was no turning back, because the more I understood how his brain functions, then I could actually do whatever was required for him. So I always tell parents, educate yourself. That's the first thing you can do, because otherwise you have to take the child to all the therapists, all lifelong you have to do that. And you will not get an idea at all what is happening to the child. So the mothers are the first person who can really change, do something for the child is a mother. After the mother only, then the father comes. So if the mother takes up that part, then you get the child, what is happening. So for me, maybe a blessing, it was like, I took that up, and I started understanding. So then that's when I understood that I have not accepted him fully. So the term acceptance is such a big term. It's not that easy to accept a situation where it is so different from all what others are doing. You are just left alone, and you are like, you really don't know. And this was 22 years back. Now everything is readily available. WhatsApp groups, a lot of our organizations doing it. Then it was not so much. It was there, but not so much. You had to literally hunt for people to get the right people around. So that helped me a lot. And from there, my journey started to being joining as a volunteer in a school, and then taking up a teaching job in a school. So the more I was with other children, the more I understood my child. the more I understood him, though it was a tough journey, because to take care of him and to go for a work and all that was tough, but still, maybe because of my age and all that, I could do it. Now, when I think, I feel, my God, how did I do it? It's not a small thing at all, but I could do it because for me, I just wanted to have a very happy and peaceful life like anybody else. Though this is given to me, my only question was, though this thing is given to me, a child is given to me in this form, how am I going to be happy and peaceful? Having this in my hand, what am I going to do? How am I going to keep the family as a unit and be happy in that manner? I didn't want to be sad and crying, and no, I didn't want to be that. I couldn't relate to myself in that manner at all. So this was one thing that I did. And I now also, whenever I talk to parents, I tell this one thing of educating yourself is the most important factor for a mother. If you actually leave this out, then you will be shattered, because you will not know what is happening to the child, nor what is happening the school front or any in therapy or anywhere you take, you will not have any idea. So this one, after this factor only, joining the school helped me. Then coming out of the school where I was an educator, I had met the three friends. 4 of us run Ekadaksha. The other 3 were also working in the same school. We had studied together there, and our wavelength somehow matched. And then we planned of starting something. And for me, I wanted to start something because I felt my son also can be with me. That was a major point for me. I mean, idea for me to start something, so that he will be safe. Safety is was important factor for me. I didn't want him to leave him somewhere and then think, is he safe? Are things all right with him? He can't communicate. He can't talk much. He can't talk at all. Now also he doesn't speak, but he communicates. He communicates in his own sign language and all that. So we understand. So that was a main factor of starting Ekadaksha Learning Center with 3 of my friends. And that has been a safe space for my son always. So he was there with us throughout. And now he's going to a different vocational center. And in that meantime, I started learning this healing part of Reiki, which is another important aspect to my life. Because without that, I wouldn't be like taking life so lightly. Though things are pretty tough now also, certain days are tough, challenging and all that. But I see to that I am there in the moment. I don't bring in anything of my past or nor think future or anything. At that moment, this is what I have to handle, and we try to handle that part. So since I am also into this healing front, I have included my husband also. So I keep talking and we keep discussing, and so as a unit we function, both of us. Without the father's help, it is pretty difficult actually to take forward a life. So I would give an equal, whatever you said, the success or whatever, is to him also, goes to him also. Because without his support, I'll not be able to do it at all. So he supports me in all manner. Whatever I do, he knows that, okay, this can work out, and she's ventured into it. So let me support it. That's all. He'll not ask any other questions other than that. So he's always there for me, in whatever I do. So coming back to the healing point, the healing has been a very, very important factor in my life, because without that, I don't think so I would have been so much sane. I can say sane. Because this thing of having special needs in your life can make you crazy, just go crazy. So at one point in my point in my life, I was into a certain part of depression also. Just addressing this, just looking at it, what to be done, the behavior part, the communication part, what to be given, what is he thinking, what is going on with him emotionally, his teenage issues and all that actually took me out of, even though I was into healing, I couldn't handle it. So I always think about mothers, parents, how are they handling? Though I have people who can support me in the healing front to really pep me up and to give me that emotional support. a lot, still I couldn't manage it in between, then again I just took myself up, and then I'm actually grappling. Some days I go low. There are days where I go low, and I feel it is okay as a human. It happens. It's not that, always you can be cheerful and happy and all. No, you can't be that at all. There are days where I go low, but I feel a kind of any alternative healing or something which can really give you that hope is required. Hope is something actually that keeps us moving forward. Without hope, you just feel, why am I living? So the hope, it gives you that hope that yes, you can do it. And yes, there are days where you will have those happy days also, and then you can find that something to live for. So that's what that has helped me. So always this healing is something I want to reach out to people. I want to tell people it all starts with you here. Take care of yourself and keep yourself happy. Do all those things that keep you happy, so that you are available for your child and for your family out there. It starts with you. Without addressing here, you will not be able to do that. So this is one of the main reason that I have come out with healing, and with all my sessions, discovery sessions and workshops and everything I'm doing is only for this reason, that to tell, no, you can actually be happy, but take care of yourself. You are so important in this world. You are unique in this world. Something is given to you doesn't mean your life is gone over. No, you can actually take care of it. But if you don't take care of yourself, I don't think so you'll be able to do that. Most of the people, they lose themselves because they're not there. They don't know what happens here within. So the connecting with your being is what I do a lot, because I've learned it from my experience that without this, I cannot reach out to my son, because he is a pure being, and him being pure, I have to unlearn many things to really understand that part. So this is my life in short, actually. So when you see, I've just put it in a brief manner, what I really feel is important for each and every one of us. It's not only special needs, for each and every one of us. This is one part that is so important, to be grounded in your own truth and doing what you really like to do. But not always we get a chance, but at least we can do it half of the time, at least. So
yes, dear. Excellent, ma'am. I was really patiently listening to all that you were sharing. You're a proud mom and a strong mom as well. Many of us can derive a lot of energy from you. You've been very genuine in sharing it without any filters. You've been saying that you've been through the lowest of low times. You really felt lost, you felt disconnected, you fell into depression, but then you found that hope that yes, things could be right at one point of time, and you're ready to take on anything that comes forward. And you even entered into that space of Reiki and crystal healing, and you said give importance to yourself. If you're okay within here, you could really do wonders outside.
Yeah.
Or around you. That's really nice, ma'am. Now I'd like to know, as you said, the mother is the most important person in case of the special needs child. In case for any matter, the mother is very important, especially in the case of a special needs child. But I'd like to know the importance of the father figure. Like in today's world, we have seen you're lucky. Your husband has stood with you, supported you, as you mentioned. He's been a very good father and a good husband. Now, we have seen several, couples where either of the parents, either of the spouses, they just abandon the child with special needs, or maybe if the child is really okay and just a normal child. We have seen many of the parents abandoning normal children and as well as children with special needs. What do you have to say about this, and what is the suggestion you would love to give to those parents out there?
I don't know what to suggest, because each of us are unique and different, and we have our own thinking, thought patterns, the perspective towards life, the environment, the environment that you are in. Everything matters a lot. From where do you come from? From which environment? Most of the people who whatever we are in our adult life is a culmination of all the childhood experiences that we have had. I hope you understand that part, so whatever we are in our adult life, whatever we face and whatever way we look at life and whatever we carry is a culmination of all that we have come through our childhood, from our childhood. Okay, so each of us takes it in a different manner altogether. Some people need more support and knowledge and all that to really understand how to get into it and how to take care of it. Many of us are looking at the, what do you call, the illusionary part of it, into the outside world, and they feel that is the truth and it's okay. That's the truth. That's a reality that you see. Okay, so, and they want to indulge in that, and they want to experience that and enjoy and have fun with that. And when you have a child who is going to stop you from all that, stop you in the sense of, at least for the time being, stop you from not getting into those things of your needs, of your fun, maybe, or, your care or anything, whatever you can take it, your freedom, basically, your freedom to do whatever you want to do, and here you have a child who really needs a 24/7 care, where you have to be. And that's when people get shattered, because everybody wants that acceptance from the society, from your people, from your family, from everywhere. People want to be accepted and inclusion, and when they find out that something is so different, and people start looking at you in a different manner altogether, and they start looking at you and judging you and all that, many of us can't take it at all. That's when they feel, okay, it's better to get rid of this, and I really don't want to take care of this, and let me get into my life. Why should I actually waste my time on this part? Rather, I can do what I want to do. There are so many parents who do that. I've seen it, because in school we get to see so many of them, so many parents coming to us for counseling and to know, and the way, and it's so tough. The children are so easy to handle, but it's so tough with parents to really get that connection with them is very tough, because they already have a set notion inside them that this is the way we want it. And the child has to study, the child has to write, child has to read, they have to go to school properly, they have to do their chores properly, everything they have to do. That's what they want. But when they see that so much of help is required, many of us are not ready to do that, because it takes an extra step. You have to take that extra care for that part. Effort is there, or more effort is there on that part. So that is when empathy comes in, compassion comes in, all those factors come in, and many people lack that because they have not encountered that in their life, maybe personally. So they lack that, they don't know what it is. So when I see people like that, I really don't judge them at all. I feel, okay, that's from there they come, they have not experienced that part, that compassion. That's why I said everything starts with yourself. The moment people don't have it for yourself, how can you actually bring that out? When you don't have it in you, when you don't do that to yourself, when you're not kind and compassionate here, how are you going to do that to others? So I can only talk from this point, because I've understood this part so well, that what is not here can't be given to anybody. That's why people do it as a duty. Many of them are there to do as a duty because of that reason. How does it flow? It flows when it is here. So
Yes, dear.
can't be okay 100%, but we can train, and we want equal participation from you. Equal participation from your end to do this, so that we can also support. And when the fathers are not there, we tell the father to come in and be there for the meeting. Still, we find sometimes we find the father is very disconnected and very indifferent, but slowly we give time. All of us need time and space. With time, we actually bring in the father. The father, they turn around, they do come later, in later part of the stage, when they see the progress in the child and all that, then we pull them in. But we do that, but it takes time, and we actually have to be very patient enough for that. We cannot blame or judge or do anything, so that brings in, that actually creates a gap there, so respecting their views from wherever they come from and starting from there, taking them forward from there is what you generally I do, and our center, our school also does that. But so fathers are very, very important, because a child has to be brought by the mother and father. That's why they are there together. Okay, so there are some the role that the father plays, but the mother plays an important role, because since I'm a healer, I can tell you this part from the energy front. Everything starts with the mother. The mother, that's why the mother is called the powerhouse. The power that comes from the mother. And when the mother does it, the father automatically follows. They do it, but there are houses where they don't do it. But there may be other factors in that. So we can't actually narrow it down to certain things. It depends, on what are the factors why the father is not there. But usually when the mother takes it up, everybody, the whole family, the extended family also comes around. It's been my experience. Because the mother is directly connected to the child. And when the mother respects and the mother gives that value and that respect to the child, the world does that to the child. And this has been my experience with my own son. The way I respect him the way he is. I don't actually, I have stopped doing that. I used to do that when he was very young. Why is he not this? Or he could be this, he can be this, he has to learn this. All these factors had been there in me. Slowly, I understood that drop all the expectations and just accept him the way he is and see what happens. And then I have found him to be more happier and more safe, feeling safe at home. So the moment I started respecting him, then I found that everybody around is respecting. It starts with the father, then the grandparents, then the other cousins. And all of them started respecting and talking to him in a manner where even they do something, they say sorry to him. So he's valued in that manner. But it started with me. That much I can say. It started with me. So that's why every mother is so important. The energy first goes from the mother to the world. So that's why mother, not only in special needs, in any household, mother is important.
Yes, dear. Thank you so much for sharing that, ma'am. Thank you very much. Now, you've been sharing all of this so beautifully with a lot of, real life examples. You've even given your own life history as an example with regard to your child and family. Now, ma'am, we'd like to know, who is your inspiration? Now, if you look around, you are an inspiration, that's for sure, for many of the other mothers and many of the people who may view this video. But they would love to know who is your inspiration behind this? Or maybe when you entered into the field, you might have seen somebody and you might have been inspired a little more to do it. Is it your son or is it somebody else? Who is the inspiration behind all of this?
No, inspiration in the sense, a lot of people who have inspired me in different during all these years. It's not like one specific person as such. There has been my guru, my Reiki teacher who taught me this and who passed on this to me. She's been my inspiration to be a good human, be a good loving human. So I felt that love energy from her. So she's been one of the factors. One of my close friend has been one of the factor where she's much older to me and all, but that has helped me a lot in sharing, in getting those wisdom, wisdom I can say, so which helped me to actually look into myself. So there have been many people around, but the one factor that led me to this field is my own what you call a feeling that I have to be there for my child. It's me. Maybe the inspiration comes from within me. Nobody told me to take up this course or do it or pursue this. No, that's something which has come from within me. When I look back, I feel I have asked this question many a times, and I felt that's been a grace, that's been a blessing for me, where I have been held by the divine all the time and given this thing that you do it and see what happens. And from there, I have seen very good people coming into my life. And all those people have been my inspiration. You know, when people are there around, each of them inspire you. You can't say that one particular inspiration. I don't have that way manner. I feel people have inspired me in different areas, in different years of my life. So me, my friends, and my guru, and who taught me this Reiki, and many more people also. You know, if I have to say a start, I have to just keep on repeating their names. So many of them. You know, my partners in Ekadaksha has been a great supporter when in his growing years, who has helped me to take care of him, and given me that flexibility to take care of the home front and the work front and all that. So I'm so thankful to them also, you know, for being there and taking, holding me in my crisis, during my crisis and all that. So many people were an inspiration.
Yes, dear. Thank you so much for sharing all of that, ma'am. One more question for you. Like, what is it that you want to see in the world? What is the change that you would want to see in the world with regard to their, response to children with special needs? What kind of appeal you have to the masses as a mother, as a special needs coach, as a healer? What is it that you, request from one and all?
No, the mission and vision and all those of Ekadaksha has been this only a place where, you know, the child is accepted, respected and all that, you know. So that's a vision for all of us. Actually, it's been that. I look forward to a place, a space, you know. So after my son left Ekadaksha, you know, for other vocational centers, now I feel I need a space. Maybe I need to create. I don't know what it is and all that. You know, I'm just still processing that part. A space where children, young adults like him, need a space, a safe space, a space where their wants or needs or whatever they need from within is taken care, and where they are engaged in a proper manner, fruitfully, you know. Um, and a space like that, a space where all of them, they do something over the day, and then they feel safe and they are taken care, and at the same time they feel, yeah, there is a purpose for us also in this world. It's not that I'm just born, I've not I just do something and I come home. No, where they do something, they feel, yeah, I get up in the morning, yes, I have my work to be done. There is something waiting for me also to be done. A space like that, and a space also where people respect them for whatever they are. But I don't want to blame anybody in that, and nothing to blame, because the society is also changing now. And whatever I have encountered, my experiences, like, people do take care also. They are compassionate and kind. They have that empathy. I've seen many of them nowadays showing that part. They don't see it as, oh God, what is this? They don't look at them that manner. They include them wherever. I've seen the real-time heroes like the auto drivers also, you know, where they really literally tell you don't worry, he'll be fine. You know, so I really respect people like that, because they are so empathetic and compassionate, you know, to the mothers also, you know, they say that don't worry, you know, he'll be fine. So whenever some tantrum is thrown, or whenever there is a meltdown, sometimes it's on the road. Okay, in the middle of the road when the meltdown happens and all that, you know. So you are just lost that time, what to be done now, you know. So there are people, you know, the good angels that come up and they say that not to worry, we'll also help you out. So there are humans in that form, like angels who come and all that. So we want more of that to happen, more of spaces It's more of places where adults can go and be and do something for the day and come back home, happily. So those are I'm really looking forward to spaces like that. They have to come about. It's not only one or two, the numbers have to increase, so that the adults have places to go, where they can go, and where they can do something. Because keeping them at home, it's actually so tough, because they have nothing to do. And then what would they do with their energy, throughout the day? So they create a lot of problems at home, and the parents are actually tied, and they really are helpless. I've seen so many of them, where the adults reach 35, 40, the parents grow old, isn't it? And they feel like they're lost. They don't know what to be done. What will they do after me? That's a question that comes about. So this is where I really need to focus. I think so. I'm actually getting into that zone now of trying to find out what next for my son, and also for young adults like him. What we need more places to come up, and so I'm just processing that part as of now. Presently, that is what is happening from my end.
Yes, dear, I get that, ma'am. And I really like the new concept that is in your mind. You're processing it, and it will be materialized very soon. It will materialize very soon.
Yeah, it
And
has
that's
to,
really nice.
God's grace.
Because you see, you want them to be engaged, you want them to be loved, you want them to be taken care of, to be respected in the right kind of way, to have that satisfaction that they are valued in spite of all of the challenges that they are facing. That's really nice. Now, it's not only the start, it's also the intermediary part, and as well as towards the end. Because as you said, parents grow old, they will not have that much of energy to take care of their children, especially adult children. It becomes difficult. So there must be some type of an organization or establishment where proper care is given to these youngsters to bloom into full-fledged adults and to live a complete life. That's really nice. I really support this cause, which you are into now. Like, we hope to see it being materialized very soon.
Yeah, it has to actually. We need a lot of support from a lot of many people around, and I'll just see, just pray that something opens up, because it's more than us. It's something which has to open up, beyond, which is beyond, where the divine comes and helps you in that.
I mean,
I've
in
seen,
fact,
I've seen many of them planning. A lot of people have been planning, to start up something, but still it doesn't happen at all. So I've always feel a divine intervention is required for such a work to happen, because it's not a small work, it's a huge work. It should be an ongoing thing. It cannot be stopped in between, so, and it's such a huge responsibility to take up and to do that, so I hope more people come into this, and they start, and they really find a purpose in that, to take that forward and do. So it will be helpful for many parents, because this why, what after us, what are we going to do?
yes.
And after us is such a huge question, and it brings an anxiousness if you really think. So that's why I've made it a practice to live in the present. I feel just leave it. Future will happen. Just be in the present and do what you're supposed to do now. Do that, give your best there, so that will also be taken care. So it's been my practice, because everything is a practice, you just can't bring anything just like that, so it's all practice that takes, so maybe I'm sticking into this field, into this healing and all that, because I told, I want to be sane, in this world. And I just don't want to go out of this thing and not be there for my son. It's not only me, my husband also is there, part of this, though he doesn't follow this fully, what I say, the healing aspect and all, but he listens to me and he understands to a certain point. So it has helped us a lot in our life, to bring in a lot of peace and a lot of shift in our mindset, so, and that has helped a son also to calm down, because it depends on how we think, what we give from here. Everything is about what you give from here. So when the parents are much more stable, the child is also stable. So that way I've always worked through that, pattern. You know, I've never tried to change him. I change myself. I ask, I just discuss with my husband also and see how we both can change in other aspects, many other aspects. And that way we have seen, you know, the considerable change in our son. So that's a way, usually
Yes.
that's it.
Yes, dear. I'd like to add in one point, like we need a lot of support from the government and as well as the private people, I mean, corporate sector, you could say, or from any individual who's there who would love to come for and join you with this, in your mission, in this beautiful mission or a vision, like to have a permanent setup for the youngsters, who overcome this teenage phase and they enter into early adulthood, and then what next? And then towards the end, let them be very happy than putting only the burden only on the parents. Let there be some organization taking a strong hold of all of this and building a beautiful space for the need.
Yeah, because the society also has to contribute.
Yes.
The community, as a community, only we can bring this through.
Very true.
Not individually. It is very tough to take care of the adult on your own.
Very
It's very, very tough. You know, so community living is a best for children, and it should be an inclusive community also, not exclusively keep them aside and all that. Inclusion is also very important in this.
Yes, dear. Ma'am, one last question, ma'am. What is that one thing you love about Bindu Haridas?
My patience.
Excellent.
I have a whole lot of patience. I always keep looking at it nowadays. And I feel even my friends ask me, how is that you are waiting? How do you just wait and be patient enough to just be there? And so that's something I think so I'm blessed with. You know, I'm blessed with that part. And I've been very patient, but it actually sometimes it's a minus negative also sometimes, you know, because you're so patient enough that you wait. You know, sometimes things don't move because of that. So I've realized that part also. But being with in my life, in my kind of environment and not patience is something I really adore in me. I really adore in me. I just love that part in me.
Yes. That's really nice, ma'am. We look forward to another session with you with regard to crystal healing, discovery workshops, and all of that.
Yeah, I would be
Being
very happy to do that. Very happy to do that because it has to go to people. It has to, people have to, many of them should know what it is all about. It's not about spirituality. It's not about, wow, getting into the divine mode. Nothing like that. It's only about the self, being human. It's just being human. We only have to be human in this world, you know, so it's only about that. So for that reason, yes.
Yes. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you very much for sharing. I think you would have empowered many of the mothers out there. When they view this video, they will really feel encouraged, empowered, and wanting to take up the responsibility of their child. Either it could be a normal child or a child with special needs. And as you said, all the energy comes out from the mother. You've been a wonderful message for all of us, ma'am. We look forward very soon to the second session with you. Thank you so much, and keep smiling. You really look like an angel, of course, with invisible wings and a crown on your head, like an invisible, an invisible crown, just like a queen. So we just love you to be more happier in your space and continue to inspire all of us.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's been a great opportunity being here with you, Andrea. It was really great, actually. I really love the space, you know. Because since I'm a healer, I have to tell you that I catch up on energies, you know. So whatever had come out, maybe it wouldn't have come out in no other platforms. I would have spoken this. There are a few things which have really come out naturally, which has been very spontaneous. And when I was talking, I was thinking, oh God, yeah, this is coming now from me, you know. And so I didn't realize that this is there and this is coming now, you know. So thank you so much for that space. That's because of that listening, you know, the listening, active listening that you have been doing. And thank you so much, being wonderful, I feel really great being part of this.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for being so encouraging, so polite and down to earth. Thank you for being a great mom. First, I'd like to congratulate you for being one of the best moms in the world. And the second thing I'd like to congratulate you is for empowering us and being a great human being. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, dear. My dear friends, with this we come to an end to the International Fab Talks for today. Don't forget to share this lovely video with all the mothers in the world. Let them also come to know that how they could empower themselves and empower their family members. And with this, we'd like to sign off from the International Fab Talks for now. If you like what we are doing, stay connected with us. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to love yourself. Don't forget to love your family. And above all, love yourself. Stay safe. Because it all begins from within. That's what ma'am has shared. So if you find within here, everything will be set right around you in the right manner. Thank you so much, dear. Thank you.
Thank you.